Well guys, it's finally here. I've been waiting since last year. It's... Should've left well enough alone. What? Okay, let's try that again. This is the PD Racing TK10 version 3. Now some of you might see that and go, and you're not wrong at all, and it's a bit of a sordid affair, but we'll go over that in just a second. This is a 1/10 scale 4S monster truck. And you notice it says EXD on that. That's because this is the biggest and baddest and bestest version they've made yet. It says it can go 55 miles an hour, and we'll test that. Has upgraded metal drive shafts, upgraded 35 kilo servo, 120 amp 4S ESC with a gyro. I'm not sure how they put a gyro in an ESC, but we're gonna find out. And bigger, better tires with a new tread pattern. So yes, you're probably saying, well, that's a Red Cat Valkyrie. If you don't know the full story, you just think someone's copying someone's homework. They had actually developed the Valkyrie and the Machete, but after their own brand announcement in 2024, they released the TK10 and the Magnetron. But in July of 2025, they released the V2 of the TK10. But Red Cat said, finito por favore, and they stuck with the version 1 instead of going to the version 2. Then late last year, they announced the V3, and it's finally hitting store shelves now. This sort of stuff happens all the time, but there's always more to it, and it's amazing what Google can do for you these days. Okay, history lesson over. But it's always good to understand where these companies are coming from. The good thing is, there's lots of parts for it. Smell good. Instruction manual, wheel wrench, and some other connecting cable. And then this big monster. It's huge, man. It is massive. That is a big 1/10 scale. Holy cow. That's big, it's heavy, and the color just pops. Those shocks are nuts. Wow, 17 mil hex, but look at the size of these. These are incredible. They're really soft and sticky, but that means they're gonna balloon real wild. Super chunky. This thing looks so capable. No fancy tethered body pins, just R-clips as the kids are calling them these days. I still can't get over this is considered a 110. Look at that tub. It is a plastic chassis, but it feels pretty robust. Like, it's a pretty deep tub. You can put in some big batteries, and you can physically adjust the battery tray size there. And these big bore oil-filled shocks are apparently like 3/4 inch longer than the original version. The bulkhead and the shock tower are all kind of like one piece. They're plastic, but they look pretty sturdy. No adjustable links in the rear, and only adjustable toe links in the front. Bumper feels nice and gushy, that'll take an impact. Rear bumper feels the same, and it's got a nice big wheelie bar. I just opened this up because I wanted to take a look, but this telescopic UJ is all metal. All metal. That is a solid design. If you have one of these 17 mil Arma hexes, just realize it's not gonna fit. You've got to use their tool because the rims are so deep dish. I am really liking these tires. That's an interesting design. It is chunky. I'm struggling to get over these, man. They are so cool. Oh, and they're vented too. Perfect. Now I can drive through all sorts of crap and not wreck them. It has a nice aluminum center brace, which is braced down in the middle and is holding the drive shaft steady as well. I like the way that double aluminum shaft looks. They're both the same diameter. So there's your 120 amp 4S ESC. I'm really not sure who makes it. There's no markings on it, but it says on the box that the gyro is in the ESC. That's generally not how it works. I'm not gonna take it apart, but just behind the servo is where the receiver is. And unless it's a standalone gyro, it's typically in the receiver. But how the hell do I know? Maybe it is in the ESC. I'm not a Marines biologist. Now in the V1 and V2, they had a 15 kilo servo, but now they've upgraded it to a 35 kilo coreless. That's a good idea. Like a 15 kilo on a truck this size, pretty small. And then underneath this generously large heatsink, you have a 3670 1950 kV brushless motor. It does come with a 15 tooth pinion. I'm not sure the pitch, and I'm not going to take this apart. It looks quite involved to get at this. But this housing here also holds a center differential. And on a basher this size, 3 diffs are good. The chassis already has like rake to it. And if you look at the rear end, there's way more rebound than in the front. I know that it comes with thicker springs, but maybe the front is dampened like that for impacts. It's engineered, it's stock, we're gonna run it just like this. This body's got a nice hefty roll cage. Usually landing on the lid, it'll snap here if it's not tied into these skid rails. This is attached, and that's a good thing. And having this big like square frame also like distributes the load so you're not punching screws through the body. Same within the front, like it's actually pretty well designed. It doesn't feel super thick, but it's gonna do the job. Not to mention though, it's got that cool square body aesthetic. All right, there's your transmitter. Whoop, 4 AA's. It's a very different design. The wheel's very close. Good for one-handed driving. Steering dual rate, steering and throttle trims. And I think this is like a gyro gain button and a throttle limiter switch on the backside. I like the big power button on the top. Ooh, ooh. Steering's pretty good, strong. Ooh, ooh. I don't know how I'm supposed to hold this thing. Maybe I'll hold, yeah, from the body. What? Holy cow. Okay, so there's no gyro right now. Hold this button down, it beeped 3 times, and now I do have gyro. So that's level 4. That's cool. I wonder if I can get a triple backflip out of that. That was crazy. Anyway, let's charge some packs. Rain or shine, we're going tomorrow. It's a pretty different bashing spot today. Got a nice big gravel field, a grass field over there, and one insane skate park over there. Not to mention a SkyTrain every now and again. I'm pretty anxious that this thing is gonna self-detonate. GPS locked and loaded with 1 piece of speed tape. So yesterday I was only using 35C on the bench. I've got an 8,000 milliamp 120C pack in there now. Let's go. I have spectators. Something happened there. Hit thermal cutoff or something. That was weird. Everything's still cold in there. I wonder what happened. Anyway, let's try again. Yeah, it's browning out. What is happening here? Not a good start. Strange. What is going on? Let's try a different pack. Round 2, different pack. Oh, that's way spicier. What? I don't know what to say here. Maybe the C rating is too high? I don't know what's going on. 45 miles an hour. It seems to be doing okay in short bursts, but I drove an hour to get here and I'm not leaving anytime soon. Ugh. I spread sand on this field. I'm not gonna rip it up. Being respectful, being mindful. I'm driving this with the gyro off and it's pretty stable. It wanted to backflip off the 3-stair. Think we can do it? I put my coffee down so I can drive with 2 hands. I'm impressed I did that the first try. Let's just walk away from that. Okay, I got the gyro on. Let's see how that works. Whoa. Huge difference. Ah. Yeah. Gushy landings. Wow. I meant to do that. Durability testing, durability testing. Oof, man, it just over-rotates so easily. Ow. I'm struggling to find that sweet spot yet. But it flies pretty good. Like, you let off the throttle, it just kind of glides. Just gotta know when to let off the throttle. Woo. I'll take it. All right, let's test its crawling ability. Everything's still in good shape. What? That is a deep, deep bowl. This place is a bit crazy. I got distracted by the train. Okay, I landed one. Tough, man, tough. This is taking some serious beats. This arch looks small, but it's massive. Like, seriously. We are gonna try to do a loop. Indeed we are. I just don't know if I got the run-up speed. That is huge, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. Welp, here goes nothing. Oh no! Oh no, you have a flesh wound. We'll fix you right up. Whoa, whoa! You okay, bro? Are you okay? Oh yeah, we're good. The battery just got disconnected. This is stressful. Super stressful. I've shaken the wheel nuts loose. But other than that, everything's holding up, and those were some insane crashes. I wonder if this other side might actually be better. Okay, so that last crash, I thought it was just a scratch. It was a little bit more. And see how there's a crown in this piece of aluminum? It needs to be flat. But because it's not flat, I can't put this thing back together properly. You see the shape of it, it's supposed to fit in there, but you can see the angle, and that's not happening at all. Is it the truck's fault? No. No, sir, it is not. Sadly, I'm gonna have to give up my loop-de-loop dream for today. So hindsight being 20/20, I probably could have just dropped it in from there and then got a better angle all the way around. But mama didn't raise no quit it. I fixed it with 2 pieces of concrete, brute force and ignorance. As soon as my bro's out of here, I'm gonna give it a shot. Should have left well enough alone. Are you okay, bro? Are you okay? Incredible. That crash was terrible and incredible at the same time. The feeling I have right now, success. Kind of in shock that I actually just did that. I think that this little beauty deserves a little bit of TLC back home. This thing is a big burly weapon. The body took a bit of a beat, some character bends. The shock towers poked through a little bit and they only had some minor cracking, but there's no bends or cracking here. Like that cage held it together fine. Dude, those were some wicked crashes. It looks immaculate in there. No stress fractures anywhere. Nothing's bent or wobbly. Well, correction, the screws inside this wheelie bar bent. Those little standoffs cracked and these screws stripped out too. But however I hit, man, it hit hard. However the impact was, it hit so hard, it pulled the one screw in the middle of that pin catch. I fixed it though, and it seems good as new. Just an absolute terror and beast of a unit. Like, it took a hiding, and it's fine. This has taken the cake for like my favorite basher, I would say, over the last 2 years. It is huge, incredible, it's a presence, and it's just insane. Just have a look at it, check the link below, and there's a coupon code too. And if you like these crazy antics, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're gonna have a lot more craziness this year.